Hi. First, I'd like to start off and say thank you to everyone that subscribed. I recently passed 100 subscribers, so I'm really happy about that. Next, I'd like to announce I want to start trying to do a new type of video on here. I want to do monthly reports of interesting news I find in Japan, so hopefully you'll find it interesting. Let's get down to business. So last month there was a report about Kobe and especially about emergency services. In Japan, the emergency number is 119 instead of 911 like America. I don't know why it's backwards or what that has to do with anything, but anyways, it's 119. But that's not the problem. The problem is people are calling this for really no reason, or I shouldn't say no reason, stupid reasons. One report was talking about a woman and she called 119 saying she had pains in her chest. So of course an ambulance came, and when they saw her, they asked her like, "Oh, you having a heart attack? You okay?" And she told them, "I was speaking metaphorically. I'm lonely." Obviously, this isn't a good reason to call 119, but this is becoming more and more common in Kobe. So apparently people have also called about mosquito bites and sunburns. And they said it's actually increasing that people are calling this, people are just getting drunk and then calling 119 for really no reason. But speaking of getting drunk, there was another story about a doctor. And this doctor had a patient come in and he checked the patient out, and I guess at first, the patient had, no problems, or, he said like, "Oh, my stomach hurts," but the doctor checked him out and said, "Oh, you're okay." Then about 2 hours or 3 hours later, the man comes back and he's like, "My elbow hurts." Doctor checks him out and he's like, "There's nothing wrong with your elbow. Beat it." And so the guy leaves, and then about 2 hours or 3 hours later, the guy comes back. The doctor sees him in the waiting room. Doctor runs out and gives him that pow pow, two-piece extra spicy straight to the stomach. And so I guess then the guy had a reason to be in the hospital. Luckily he was already there and he wasn't hurt, but I think the doctor was arrested, but in the end I don't think they charged him with anything. And apparently the patient had done this before. Apparently he's known to get drunk and go into hospitals and kind of waste people's time. So on the one hand, if you're a doctor, you really shouldn't be, dealing out those knuckle sandwiches. I guess he gave him special prescription, but I don't know if you should be doing that. But in the end, there's no charges pressed, so I think he apologized to the patient and everything should be okay. In other news about beating people up, in Ehime Prefecture, there was a character. I guess I don't know the character contest, but if you don't know this, in Japan, characters are very common. So almost any type of company or product will have a special character. So in Ehime, they have this like Swiss roll cake character. I don't know if you've had one of those little Debbie Swiss roll cakes. You know what I mean? They're delicious. But I don't know why they made a character out of this, but whatever. And so apparently there was this character running around in a suit, and then some men that looked like they came from a wedding wearing suits all decided to just beat up this character. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I can't understand why you would go to a wedding and afterwards you see somebody dressed up as a Swiss roll cake and it just enrages you enough to where you and a bunch of your friends just start punching and kicking this character and beating them. And there's a woman inside this Swiss roll cake suit, and she was a little, bumped and bruised afterwards, but luckily she wasn't too seriously injured. But I thought, why are you beating up a Swiss roll cake? Those are delicious. So hopefully they catch these men that did that. I don't understand why they did this. I don't even understand why they're that drunk in the middle of the day that you need to beat up a Swiss roll cake, but whatever. What do I know? Another big thing in the news is the signing of the new Japanese security bill. So in this, it gives Japan the ability to switch from self-defense activities to more active military activities. So Prime Minister Abe was really pushing this, but lots of people in Japan are really unhappy about this. But it ended up passing anyways. One of the crazy things, though, is, well, I'm not an expert on Japanese politics, but I always thought that in the Diet, some people would vote for something, other people would vote against it, and in the end, whichever side had the most votes won. But apparently, when someone's signing the bill, if you just jump on the table or you don't let their hand touch the bill, I guess it doesn't get signed into law. What do I know, though? Luckily for Prime Minister Abe, something has actually helped him increase his popularity in places like China, where he's traditionally not popular. So recently he went on a trip to meet the Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin. Is he really Prime Minister? President? I don't know what he is, but he's Putin, you know who he is. While he was there, he ended up being late for the meeting, so he decided to kind of run in and apologize and smile for being late. And this actually got him some fans in China, so, in China, I guess the Abe Shuffle is really popular. Many commentators said they liked this because he actually hurried when he was late, and they thought it was, nice and respectful. So I guess he has some new fans in China. Last but not least is a story about a Japanese tourist. This tourist went to visit the Taj Mahal. So the Taj Mahal is a great place to visit. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world, I believe. And so while he was there, he did what lots of people are doing nowadays, and that's taking selfies. And so, I don't know, I'm not a big selfie taker, I don't like them so much, but I understand other people do. They're really popular in Japan. Unfortunately, he was taking this and not really paying attention to what he was doing. He's trying to line up the shot, and he's moving, and while moving, he fell down some stairs in the Taj Mahal and died. Actually, I believe this is the 8th or 12th selfie death in the world this year, which is unbelievable. I don't understand how this is happening, but I guess people, that picture is more important than their life or whatever. Anyways, be careful with the selfies. Don't let this be you. Don't get a Darwin Award because you wanted to take a picture of something. That's the news for September. Yes, I know this is October, but chill out. I'll be back later with more news, etc. So, stay tuned for that. Until next time, see you. If you enjoyed that video, subscribe. Also, feel free to comment down below and check out some of my other videos here. Or is it